Ironically, Rose became the most prolific hitter in Major League history 57 years to the day after Ty Cobb's final at bat. Cobb played 24 years, 22 with Detroit, hit at least .320 in all but his first, won a record 12 batting crowns, hit .400 3 times, has a best-ever career average of .367, and set stolen base and hitting marks that stood almost 60 years. It was only fitting that the Cincinnati Kid break Cobb's mark in the city where he was born and raised and where he's played big league ball for 18 of his 23 seasons.
I grew up watching the Cincinnati Reds at Crosley Field. As a matter of fact, I was born about 2 miles from Crosley Field, lived about 7 miles from Crosley Field, and played all my Little League baseball right down at Bullface Park, which is down on River Road, just a couple miles from Crosley Field. And like a lot of other good players that have made the big leagues from Cincinnati, I just followed suit.
And he followed the advice of his father, a regular on the city's playgrounds.
All we did in the summertime was play baseball, or in the fall play basketball or football, and I was very fortunate to have a father to expose me to all the sports. He didn't make me play them. I think he taught me the right way to play the game of baseball. As far as being a very positive thinker, being the type of guy that never misses practice. When you're at practice, you work on the right things. He exposed me to him, took me with him when he played, and I just grew up loving, matter of fact, football. I loved more than I did baseball, but that was another story when I got to high school.
Cincinnati's Western Hills High School, to be exact, where Pete's considerable baseball talent began to emerge under the guidance of now-retired coach Paul Knorr.
Whatever Pete has done, give him credit. He's worked hard for it, and he did it on his own a lot. Pete's a self-made fellow. Put it in your book. I remember Pete swinging a bat 800 and 900 times a day. He had a learning period, and he worked at it to make himself. He really did.
He has put more guys into the big leagues from his high school program than any other coach in the history of the United States. I think there's 11 guys that made the big leagues from my high school. 10 of them played under Paul Knorr as a coach. You know, I'm talking about guys like Don Zimmer and Russ Nixon and Clyde Vollmer and Herm Wiemeyer and Eddie Brinkman and Chuck Brinkman and people like that. So we've had 10 guys made the big leagues from the Western Hills baseball team, and they all played under the coach of Paul Knorr.
Rose credits his hustling style of play, a trademark even in high school, to his father, who also urged him to become a switch hitter.
One day we were watching a baseball game at home on our TV set, which was about 7 inches in diameter, and the Cardinals were playing, and Enos Slaughter I was about 9, 10 years old, and Enos Slaughter got a base on balls, and he just sprinted to first. And my father said, "Now that's a way to approach the game." I can honestly say that from the first time I played organized baseball, I became a switch hitter. And what my father did in that situation is he made the coach promise him that no matter what the situation was, I would be a switch hitter, whether it was a championship game or a playoff game or an all-star game or whatever. And his side of the story was he would never take me on vacation away from the team where I would miss 1 or 2 games. You know how when you get playing in the Little League baseball and all of a sudden an important game comes up and your star pitcher's missing for 2 weeks because he's on vacation. Well, my father never took me on a vacation. Matter of fact, the first time I ever went on a vacation was when I got on the airplane at Greater Cincinnati Airport to go to Geneva, New York to play professional baseball.
3 years in the minors, and then Rookie of the Year with the Reds in 1963. Pete's all-out style became legend.